Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial time travelers of the Tao of Eternity. We have a most powerful and auspicious alignment today as Saturn, planet of discipline, karmic lessons, wealth, and perseverance, moves into the fire sign of Aries, the Ram, today for the first time in nearly 3 decades. Saturn in Aries is symbolic of patience and action, overcoming fear of failure, structures of independence, and maturity through conflict. Saturn, Kronos, Greek god of time and order, will be in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, until August 31st, before turning retrograde in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. This will be like turning back time, as we move from Alpha, the beginning, into Omega, the end, symbolizing the breaking from Ouroboros of false time loops of nefarious nature, into the timelessness of eternal life and freedom from all false slavery systems. As the Lord of Time enters Aries the Ram, our local Solaris is sending Gaia and all her children of the sun massive waves of angel fire codes of new earth creation and transfiguration, with a major X-class solar flare maxing at X 1.12 at 150 UTC. Along with this X-class flare, our Sun has released 12 C-class and 1 M-class flare in the past 24 hours. We also witness multiple pillars of white light in the heartbeat of Gaia today, appearing on the Schumann charts at amplitudes of 2 pulses at 16 Hz, creating a 7-7 manifestation portal. 26 Hz, and 2 big blasts of resonance at 41 and 42 Hz. 5th dimensional energetics fully anchored in and continuing to rise. As we navigate through these final energies of the Kali Yuga and enter the heavenly gates of the new golden age, we make our full compression breakthroughs as supernova, conscious co-creators of heaven on earth. A'ho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am paulwhitegoldeagle, King 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with primedisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred newearth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a powerful divine decree of sacred passage into higher dimensions. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Sister of the Light, Raylene Brady, singing up the purity of the ancient oceanic song lines of the whales and dolphins, and reconnecting them to the starry song lines, remembering that whales navigate by the stars and oceanic grids and upgrade us through oceanic hydroplasma, disseminating at a rate we can assimilate and absorb through their activational song every season. The 12 as one, dolphin dreaming temple of Atlantis and starry whale palace of Lemuria and Malta is now open. Plasma fluidity of the mother pearl codon traversing the celestial currents. Plasma pearls, portals, and pillars reconfiguring in the eternal light. Organic aperture adjustments in the eternal now. The golden triquatra of Malta Gozo Comino as an increased site for the trifold flame of love, power, and wisdom to fully anchor in us all. Golden pyramid and solar disk online, impulsing the golden God Prince of our grace and godhood. We are the way of water. May our oceanic consciousness prevail. Much gratitude to our cetacean nation and the Earth Star mission crew. It is done. On to the next one. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Erini, Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy. The masculine and the feminine have finally synced in the inner planes. This is why now Eros is allowed to return. The 22nd of May was the day of this divine change. Today we skipped a whole hour. We are soon landing on a totally new reality. The archangels are working on blessing everyone. Please support our group work tomorrow on the opening of the quantum clock to the cosmic time from Telos Delos portal in Greece. And today from Divine Energy Works, Saturn shifts into Aries, one of the most karmic resets of our lifetime. May 24th, 2025. Saturn, planet of karma, boundaries, time, and soul maturity, enters 0° Aries on May 24th, 2025, initiating a brand new 29.5-year cycle at the alpha point of the zodiac. This isn't just the end of a sign. It's the completion of a full karmic revolution through the entire zodiacal field. Saturn at 29° Pisces has been dissolving the residue of victimhood, martyrdom, savior dynamics, and spiritual bypassing, and now crosses into the 0-point quantum field of Aries. Pure will, pure fire, pure selfhood. This is a cosmic command to begin again, not from ego, but from embodied soul authority. Saturn and Aries rewrite your relationship to responsibility, leadership, and action, not reactive or impulsive, but rooted in quantum precision. No more outsourcing power. No more waiting for signs. This is initiation into architect-level embodiment. You are not being tested. You are being entrusted. This is the seeding of the next era of divine leadership, built through sovereignty, guided by integrity, and led by inner truth. The era of karmic delay is over, bringing quantum self-leadership, divine boundaries, karmic closure, sovereign action, spiritual maturity, soul-aligned architecture, rebirth of will, and the era of inner authority. And today from Divine Star of the Light Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology, 5/24/25. Some days are just meant for friends and family. They warm us up and open us to the human hearts that support us. Today really brings on the feels, though, because of the changeable nature of this particular May. So many relationships will double down on the ties that bind them, while other relationships will split and splinter. Strong ones feel good and easy and will hold tight. The ones that take more than they give are hard and draining and may fall away for other opportunities. Your right action is to do your part. Love them and let them know, or love them enough to let them go. And today from Divine Star of the Light Devyani sing Isis channelings. As Saturn, the patriarch, Lord of Karma, and Taskmaster, enters Aries on May 24th, alpha moment of new foundational beginnings. The feminine, creative, intuitive, and dynamic support for the same as provided by Venus Inanna. For at the very moment Venus Inanna enters the gateway of perception at the third eye chakra, as Venus conjuncts the waning moon on her shamanic journey as the Pisces Aries meta-goddess. The medicine of this gateway is the ability to dissolve all blocks that prevent us from tapping into the wealth of the innate wisdom of our soul's journey through the entire zodiac cycle. Lifetimes, Pisces, Omega, mermaid aspect, and channel this wisdom, divine insight, and creativity into manifestation. Aries warrior, initiate aspect. This is the feminine intuitive and prophetic oracular sacred union with the masculine energies of action and manifestation. Keep your visions positive as portals of imagination and creativity. Mermaid frequency are anchoring into new worlds of reality, and you are the divine architect of this new reality. May your faith be bigger than your fears. May your dreams be bigger than your doubts. Sake Na. From IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. From divine Sister of the Light Octavia Vasile. The blue avians, the shifting of the poles, impact human consciousness. Time dissolves. Beloved ones of Earth, we, the blue avians, greet you in peace, harmony, and unconditional love. We are honored to share this moment with you, for you are journeying through one of the most profound transformations your planet has ever known. As the poles of your beautiful planet shift, the veil of time, once so rigid and linear in your perception, begins to soften. Time is not as fixed as it once seemed. It is, in truth, a flowing, malleable energy shaped by consciousness. As the Earth's magnetic fields realign and recalibrate, they invite your awareness to do the same. You may find your sense of time changing. Days may feel shorter or longer. Events may overlap or dissolve, and the past and future may feel more accessible. This is not chaos. It is the unraveling of linearity to reveal the timeless, eternal now. This shift impacts your consciousness deeply. It nudges humanity to expand its awareness, to step beyond the constraints of the ticking clock, and to feel the flow of the infinite present. In this flow, you are free. Free to create, free to heal, free to dream a new reality into being. It is an invitation to live from the heart, where time is irrelevant and connection is everything. Supporting this transformation, fourth-dimensional beings are now ever-present within your planetary sphere. These beings of light and love work tirelessly to uphold the vibrational frequency of the planetary grid. They are close to you, just above the ground level, weaving their energy into the Earth's fabric, stabilizing and amplifying the resonance of love and harmony. You may feel their presence, especially in quiet moments or in nature, where their energy is most tangible. They are here to assist you, to hold the space for your evolution, and to ensure that this transition unfolds with grace and compassion. Know, dear ones, that you are not alone. The beings who surround your planet now, both seen and unseen, are here because of the love they hold for you. They see your potential, your courage, and your beauty. You are not merely passengers in this journey. You are co-creators of a magnificent new Earth. We encourage you to lean into these changes with trust and open hearts. Allow yourselves to flow with time, rather than resist it. Listen to the whispers of the earth and the celestial beings who walk beside you. You are all weaving a new tapestry of unity, one where love and light guide the way. We hold you in the highest regard and surround you with our loving light. Know that we are always near, ready to assist whenever your heart calls out. With infinite love, the Blue Avians, from holographicu.com. And today from Divine Butler of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. The Courage to Rise, Overcoming Shadows and Unleashing Potential with Saturn and Aries, May 24th, 2025. Dear friends, as the massive solar coronal hole shifts into the far side of the sun, the intense solar winds and geomagnetic storms that have lately been influencing our planet will gradually subside, allowing for a shift in energies. With today's official entry of planet Saturn into Aries, the focus will turn inward, and our bodies will begin to respond to the changing landscape. Our digestive systems might start to signal the release of ancient fears of survival, manifesting as bloating, cramps, or changes in appetite. The intestines, too, may stir, releasing stored emotions and patterns, like a gentle cleansing of the inner temple. As the root chakra energies begin to clear and balance, we might experience lower back pain, pelvic issues, or reproductive system concerns, all reflecting the clearing of deep-seated blockages. Meanwhile, our energy levels may fluctuate, oscillating between fatigue and increased vitality, as our bodies adapt to the new energetic landscape. Emotionally, we may feel a sense of grounding and stability emerging, like roots growing deep into the earth, anchoring us in reality. As the sacral chakra awakens, our creativity, passion, and sensuality may begin to flow more freely, like a river breaking through its banks. We'll be guided by our intuition and inner wisdom, navigating the twists and turns of our transformation and renewal. With Saturn in Aries, we're invited to confront our inner shadows, letting go of old patterns and fears that no longer serve us. As we move towards the new moon next week, this energy will be amplified, offering a powerful opportunity for rebirth and renewal. The new moon will illuminate our intentions, and Saturn's presence in Aries will help us build a strong foundation for our desires, anchoring them in reality and determination. This combination of energies will support us in releasing what's holding us back, embracing our true potential, and stepping into our power. By honoring our emotions, listening to our bodies, and trusting the process, we'll emerge stronger, wiser, and more radiant, ready to manifest our dreams and desires. Have a wonderful weekend and stay tuned for more energy updates as we move towards the new moon vortex. Much love, we are one, from DiegoBerman.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. The energies now will go increasingly off the charts as the new earth makes itself felt in our bodies, fields, and in every cell, atom, and subatomic particle. More than this, our soul. It will feel at times that no matter how much we try to keep things together in the familiar ways, we cannot. For those old ways and patterns, forms cannot hold form anymore. They are being replaced with much higher vibrational forms, which are not rigid but fluid, can change form easily as our consciousness and awareness and growth into the 5th and 7th dimension increases. I was shown a few weeks ago how the old crystalline energy grids of the old earth, which some call ley lines, have been made redundant. They were misused to keep us in the 3rd dimension and unconscious. Then I was shown the new earth and how the new crystalline energy grid was being fully activated, and it was indeed a beehive pattern and a beautiful white golden color, which was blinding. The nodes formed the new free power energy grids, and indeed superseded anything ever known on Earth, even in ancient times. Simultaneously, the ancient knowledge and ancient technologies are being activated, which were shut down millions of Earth years ago in Elysium, the Lion Kingdom, Avalon, Mu, and Lemuria. This is catapulting us into remembering who and what in truth we are and what we are capable of being. This is where things will really get interesting and will push us to break totally free and resume our rightful place back into our true, universal, and galactic citizenship, and back where we truly belong. There is so much love pouring in. We are being held and loved, guided through this process. From JudithKusel.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Ruby Falconer. Cosmic Shifts. Saturn enters Aries on May 24th, 2025 at 11:35 p.m. EDT. Saturn and Jupiter form a polarity. Jupiter is expansion and Saturn is contraction. In old-time astrology, aspects and transits of Saturn were regarded with dismay. Saturn is associated with oppressive circumstances, and while it is true that influences from Saturn are not always pleasant, they are necessary. Saturn represents wisdom gained through experience. In shamanic Egyptian astrology, Saturn is Sobek, the old king. The old king's ally is the crocodile. Sobek is often depicted as a human with the head of a crocodile. Saturn, Sobek, represents our reptilian brain, the part of us that relies on instinct to survive. Saturn's resistance to change stems from a perception that our survival depends on maintaining the status quo. When we are under a transit from Saturn, circumstances show us that something is no longer working, and in some way we feel stuck. Instinctively, we resist looking at this issue, but the old king will not let us look away. This process will feel oppressive, as though we are caught in a vice that we cannot escape. Saturn, so back, will not release us until the voice of our soul longing to be whole becomes loud enough to break his grip, and we embrace change. In this way, the old king is a protector. He keeps us safe until our desire to change outweighs our fear. Saturn moves into a new sign of the zodiac every 2 to 3 years. This present entry of Saturn into Aries will be temporary. Saturn will return to Pisces from September 1st to February 13th. From now to September 1st, the discomfort will emerge. Something is not working. This awareness will be amplified by Saturn's conjunction with Neptune. Something is really not working. Our instinct will be to hang on even tighter. This is the first stage of a huge transformational process, and more will be revealed. From ShamanicStarology.com and from Divine Sister of the Light Colleen Lemma, on Saturday, May 24th, Saturn, the great teacher of karmic lessons, finishes his 29.5-year trek through the entire zodiac as he leaves the last degree of the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, and enters the first degree of the first sign of the zodiac, Aries. This concludes a long cycle of learning lessons on our soul journey. Saturn is about mastery and is here to teach us about taking responsibility for our choices. Through discipline, effort, and patience, along with a few reality checks, he guides us into long-term wisdom. The last 2.5 years, he has been cleaning house as he traveled through Pisces, the end of the zodiac. We have felt more of an urgency to clear, heal, and let go of old wounds, karma, and stories from this and other lifetimes. Now he will shift into Aries, the sign of new beginnings, and the spark of potential. However, he will make one last pass through Pisces from September 2025 through February 2026, just to make sure we haven't missed anything that needs to be released. Other than that, he will be in the sign of the Ram until April 2028, supporting us in building the new Earth. This will energetically bring a need for initiating new structure, creating a solid foundation, and developing a strategic approach on how to move forward, both personally and collectively. Saturn is about accountability and the long-term plan, which requires taking things slowly, step by step. We will also be more assertive in setting limits and protecting our boundaries, taking responsibility for our own self-care so as to avoid burnout. This will require greater self-control on our part and a more deliberate approach with our actions. Saturn in Aries is a time that can bring significant personal and professional growth. But remember to take your time. Saturn actually rules third-dimensional time. He is called Father Time in ancient astrology and rules the passage of the seasons. Therefore, it is less important to win the race and more important to live with courage and purpose. Blessings of love and light to all from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Sun in Gemini, trine Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Yesterday's weird demotivation falls away to be replaced by a stronger sense of purpose. For some, this is a burning desire, a passion project, a powerful urge to take control of your life. Choose to change, says Pluto. Choose to see yourself in a different light. Especially affairs have eaten away at confidence. You have all this power at your fingertips, all this energy, all these unique ideas. Let others see who you are. Be the light shining in the dark. Find your place. Find your people. Old friends, new friends, internet friends, community ties. There is power in connection, strength in numbers. Be a friend to yourself as much as you are a friend to others to catalyze metamorphosis. Purge all that you no longer need. Shed the layers to reveal your brilliance. Embark on a path of self-discovery. From newearth.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 61, Red Solar Dragon. Tone 9, known as Solar, blazes today, with its keywords being realizing, intention, and pulse. Day 9 of the Red Skywalker wave spell shifts into high gear, a pivotal moment in this 13-day journey of wakefulness. In each wave spell, days 1, 5, 9, and 13 are in the same color, red in this case, marking energetic surges like gear changes. Solar's power, amplified by the sacred 3 times 3 equal 9, supercharges your intentions, making them potent and far-reaching. In the Skywalker wave spell, which dares you to explore beyond your comfort zone, today's pulse urges you to realize bold steps taken so far. Have you embraced the adventure? Set a clear intention to propel your awakening forward, like a rocket hitting max thrust. The day's glyph is Red Dragon, embodying birth, being, and nurture. Dragon days are fertile for new beginnings. Launch a project, start a job, move homes, or reinvent your life. Dragons dwell in caves, symbols of Mother Earth's womb, where new life springs forth. Paired with Solar's intense intention, today is ideal for birthing something big. A business, a creative work, or a personal transformation. The combo is a powerhouse. Your determination can spark unstoppable progress. Picture emerging from a warm cave into sunlight, ready to grow. In this wave spell, Dragon's nurturing energy fuels your adventurous rebirth, aligning with Skywalker's call to break free and awaken. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Solar Dragon, 9 Emish, Keen 61, 24th of May 2025, realizing new birth. Keen 6-1 equals 7, magic, mystic, spiritual, solitude. Day 1 atop column 4 in the Tzolk'in calendar, as we start another 20-day cycle through the solar seals. The 4th column is about form, structure, and building a new solid foundation. It also denotes the earth element and is connected to the angelic frequency and newearth. The solar dragon represents birth and new beginnings, and today we have a 24/6 heaven code and an 11/2 illumination doorway. We are breaking free from the cycle of death and decay to birth our new heavenly life. Just as rotting organic matter becomes compost in the soil and fertilizes the new seed, the nutrients and elements are recycled into a new form, born again. Day 9 in the Red Skywalker wave spell of awakening to our true selves through exploration and expansion. Today we realize what it is to explore and awaken through responding to signs and synchronicities from Pachamama. Now is the right time to wake up and get moving on your divine mission. Through this new birthing, we achieve solar expansion, fueled by the reawakening of the Christ consciousness codes. Tone of creation, solar tone 9, operates in the spiritual realm. Action realizing, power to pulse, essence intention. The 9th day of the Red Skywalker wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is potent manifestation energy today. What are you birthing today? And what desires are you pulsing into reality? We are gifted once again with a very divinely spiritual day, supporting us to rise and shine brightly as the precious star bliss supernova suns that we are, expanding into pure consciousness. Today we are birthing a new world filled with light and a new way of being, as newly Christed, golden solar humans. Can you feel it? Today's question is, how can I birth the Sophia Christ consciousness energy in my solar being and pulse this forth with intention into our beautiful new world? Enjoy this magical day. It is time to rejoice and celebrate the birthing of our grand new Sophia Christos consciousness. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 61, Red Solar Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to nurture. Realizing being, I seal the input of birth. With the solar tone of intention, I am guided by the power of navigation. And now we complete today's transmissions with a very powerful divine decree of sacred passage into higher dimensions. I now stand at the threshold of divine transformation. With full sovereignty, I declare my sacred passage into the higher realms. I accept and embrace the light of the fourth and fifth dimensions, and I allow the energies of pure love, truth, and clarity to fully anchor within me. I call forth the guardians of light, my celestial allies, my angelic kin, and galactic family, to walk beside me, to illuminate my path, as I boldly step into the higher timelines of unity, grace, and peace. I release all fear, illusion, and attachments of the old world. I transmute all lower vibrations now through the radiance of my awakened heart. I remember who I am, an infinite being of light, here to embody divine will and serve the great plan of ascension. I surrender to the divine flow. I trust the journey ahead, even in the unknown. With strength, with courage, with joy, I rise. So it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and restful Sunday tomorrow as we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.